Alright, we got ourselves a Curse Seed submission here. It had pretty... Yeah, it just said it was cursed, insanely cursed, and not much other info, which is good. That means, you know, we don't have any sort of notion of what might be cursed about it, though if I were to guess, since it's Little Fate, it's going to be early on. You know, most of the time you're basically stuck with like Icarus or Firelight or well, I don't know. It depends. I think Endless has a good start, but we'll see. Life Mother's Pyre. Yeah, and Life Mother's Pyre really sucks at the start, so it's a champ that gets better later on and a Pyre that gets better later on, but both that can be weak early on, so I'd have to guess that it's early. It looks like the submitter did not have their run included here either, so we won't really be able to do like a deck review at the end, but yeah, we'll just give it a shot here. I really don't like Life Mother's Pyre. I feel like I'm sticking to my guns on that one. I don't think it's a great Pyre. I've been playing runs on my own still in between these videos, and I've had a few of random into Life Mother's Pyre, and they're very close to losing. I will say this, though. We got pretty strong starters here. So we got Dominion, who I've not seen in a long time. I'll have to remember how to even fight that. Pyre Hunter and Vampiric Feed. So, yeah, I mean, I'd rather have Collector than Crucible Warden, of course, but, you know, it's still a good Ring 1 unit, especially with Shade Splitter. With Plink, it's maybe a little less clear, but with Shade Splitter, Crucible Warden's good, and then these are just really solid cards, Dripfall and Prismal Dust. Alright, I'm pretty sure we take Endless here. I generally say just take it. I mean, the only thing I'm thinking here, though, is like, I do have a pretty strong start, and Vampiric Feed does need like front-loaded damage, of course, in a big way. And Icarus would give me that, whereas Eternal Flame takes a little bit to scale up. But maybe it's not that bad. The thing is, like, I'm pretty much of the mind that you basically never should take Icarus, because there's too many early rings that just literally you can't get a slay in. But if ever there was a time to take Little Icarus, this would be it. I mean, you know, I've got the Prismal Dusts. Even the Shade Splitter to some degree works okay with it. You know, I can just put it up top and like hopefully feed it health. I have a good unit to get through the first ring with, because the first ring's really rough with Icarus, pretty much unanimously, especially if we get... Here's a problem. There's like... Icarus is so bad at Monster Train 2 because like the first few rings, for whatever reason, there's just like some fights, like Dominion's Preservation, for example, have like 0 backliners and only tanks, and obviously I'm never going to get a kill in that scenario, you know? So, I don't know, it's probably Eternal Flame, but... And the other thing is, like, there can be a very big lack of damage in this combo, and Endless at least gives me something that I know I can scale, and then maybe I can get some form of either Trample or Multi-Strike on it after it scales up a little bit. Then again, I don't know. I feel like my starting deck actually implies Icarus, because here's the problem. If I take Endless, right now the Primitive Molds would be just dead draws. Whereas if I take Icarus, at least now they're doing something. The Prismal Dust is okay in either scenario, but it's obviously better with a little Icarus. And I'd say even to some degree the Dripfall, not necessarily good with Icarus, so nothing there, but I don't know. I am actually kind of leaning toward Icarus here. We'll give it a shot. Yeah, just mold braces. It's low chance that we would take equipment. Also, Life Mother Spire likes to go to Merchant of Magics, so I can actually get good dupes, especially when Icarus can eventually just kind of solo carry the run with the support of spells, which Prismal Dust is already kind of there. And that's another thing I'm factoring in. It's like, if I can just hit a few magics, I'm bound to at least hopefully get Consume, Remove, Double Stack, or both. And then I can just start duping that a bunch of times, and then Icarus should be fine. But Bold Braces at least does something in the meantime. It's not that good, though. It's a pretty easy trial, but of course it's exactly what I said. It's like, it's the worst possible fight here, and yeah, it sucks. I'm not gonna get any slays, but I mean, Titan Skin should be pretty irrelevant. Might as well take the free gold. So for sure we want you up here. I think we'll just have this start dying now. That way we can at least get the mold braces going. Okay. Of course we draw 3 of our 5 primitive molds in the very opening turn. It's just, ugh. I already regret taking Icarus. I knew I should have took Endless. It's like my rule too. It's like literally my rule to do that, and I just like completely went against my own rule. So stupid. Ay, ay, ay. Do I put this in? It also takes us like this long to get Shade Splitters. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, we're taking some pyre hits here for sure. I don't know if giving that guy an immediate slay was actually very worth it. Got 1 burnout there. Trying this on the wrong turn. Need to make sure that I kill the boss. I'll have to live with leaking several hits in the tank. I mean, that's gonna happen no matter what. Well, it's not true. It wouldn't have happened if I took Endless. 50% of the time this bricks. I could just drip fall this guy twice. I mean, I got 5 mana. I play it anyway. Yeah, brick, of course. I could put that in front. Ugh, such a bad pyre. It's like, dude, 28. Wonder if I can maybe get the Icarus back. Let me think here. Is there any world where this can actually get a kill? Probably not. Well, as expected, no kills with Icarus. Purify and Cleanse would be good. I mean, I completely bricked, got 0 slays, but the worst ring is out of the way. There's still some bad ones, but that could, you know, happen. But at least there's at least one guaranteed backliner, at least in the upcoming fights. But we get really lucky. There are some where we got many. At any rate, we want Burnout Extension and a heal rolled into 1. I can see Timber Assault being somewhat useful. It's kind of counter Spike's Fade, but it is good for Crucible Warden. It would be okay to get Intrinsic on it, I guess, in some cases, but I don't know. I don't know if I actually take these. Seems like they're not actually... Like, I really don't need to build into Crucible Warden necessarily. I do think we're unfortunately have to hit the steel too. Like, I was originally thinking maybe I can like go to the magic, like hit double magic. I can probably hit this one for sure, but I don't know. After losing that much health, Crucible Warden is not like necessarily like he'll for sure beat one of the two bosses, no problem, which would be the dude that doesn't have spikes. But the dude that does have spikes, Warden's not so good into that. I can't actually gorge enough to rely on a vanilla Warden and an Icarus that did not get any scaling to win against that. So 50% of the time it's just a fucking loss if I go to the Merchant of Magic. Even if I high roll some bullshit on like Prismal Dust and stuff. So, I don't know. If I'm hitting even less Merchant Magics, it might not make sense to even take any of these. I don't know. I kind of just want to hit my other cards more often, but am I doing myself a disservice by thinking that Icarus is like going to come online fast enough for me to care about like not taking cards like these, which would be potentially useful with some of the other stuff I could end up with. I don't think so though. The one I would take here is Space Prism because I am hitting a Melting Remnant unit, and you know, if it is Wickless Baron or Paraffin Enforcer, they would like a wide floor, but I don't know. I guess I could still take it. I'm trying to think if it's worth it. It's just not worth it with a Calcified Ember. I think we're in a rough enough spot. Alright, multi and large stone. Those will be really good for getting through ring 2. Alright, we love that. Baron would be very sick if we had a better setup right now, but sorry, the Tycoon would be pretty sick, but yeah, we'll just go multi here. Can't hit the large stone, that's fine. I think we just do this. Actually, in the interest of my pyre health, I think we do this. I mean, I got the mold braces. We're just going to put that guy on the bottom anyway. Also, in the interest of winning this early game, we'll do that. But yeah, as you can see, our pyre is still, it's like, what am I going to do? Dupe a vanilla card? Or I guess I could dupe that Baron. Maybe that was something I should have considered here, but whatever. Okay, we got the Mark of Invasion. That's good for us. Gives little Icarus at least one slay. Though I will say Flatulent March, another example of a pretty fucking bad fight for Icarus. I think we'll go top with the Baron. The Baron, I believe that was Spike's boss too. I was a little bit too tilted to even see, but I believe that was Spike's boss. So we're not really going to rely on Crucible Warden. Ooh, starting with the Prismal Dust. I like that. I'm going to put all of it into here. I need to catch up on slays. Beautiful. That is a much better start than the last one. Beautiful. Alright, we are doing well. I'm not even going to worry about the Crucible, what's his name. Ain't even worth my time. I guess maybe now the Reform Pool will be a little bit messed up, but... Okay, now I got a choice. I could put it here. It still dies, so I think I do that, but Reform pool gets a little tricky. I'm pretty sure this is just going to crush anything, though. So, yeah. We'll try to get the most stuff that we can here, I think. Alright, this can't kill that. Actually, wait, 1740. Yeah, it can't kill that, so we'll put it here. That way I can get that kill. Alright, this fight got us so much back on track. Very much am happy with this fight. I don't even care that I bricked those. Feel much better about Icarus now. So yeah, we're up to 19 spikes now. That's a lot better. Purifying Cleanse, Molded. I don't even know that I need to take any of these, to be honest. I mean, eventually I'm removing all of these stewards anyway, I think. It's like, do I need a Purifying Cleanse? I don't think so. I think we just skip these. So I think we're hitting this Merchant of Magic. I'm trying to think. It's unlikely we care too much about an Umbra Banner. The only thing I really want at this point is a Morsel Maker. Just so I can passively put the Warden on its own floor and do stuff. I mean, we want to upgrade Prismal Dust, so we probably should hit the Merchant Magic. The Merchant Arms really doesn't have much for Icarus other than a meat shield. Or I could argue the growing thing, whatever that's called, Overgrowth Carapace. I would have to take a pip upgrade, though, because then if I reform it, it would have grown to 6 pip in a lot of cases. But also in a lot of cases, early on it wouldn't. But then you know, I would have wished I took the Space Prism at that point. But the Perils is probably the call here. I'm trying to think what it even really does for me, though. I guess it just makes it so I have an option to use Wickless Baron. Gives me a holdover and spell chain target at the upcoming Merchant of Magic. So yeah, I suppose it is Perils. Yeah, we'll go here. Okay, we got double stack. Unfortunately, we got that early. Permafrost. Almost certainly gonna double stack a Prismal Dust, I have to imagine. We should do it before we visit this, in case it's a ×5. These are not great. Collector's technically an upgrade on the Warden, but yeah, I just don't know. It seems like it's not worth it for me to add it, just to, when I'm already having to, in a Life Mother's Pyre run, where I want to spend gold on dupes and stuff, you know, basically having to add a collector just to have to remove a warden anyway, which I probably long term would just remove anyway. Like, I think we're just not taking it. It's the only reason I would take it is if I think I can't get through the current game, but I have to imagine that the Baron plus Icarus will take on anything in these next few rings. Ooh. Okay. This is interesting. Normally I just almost always default to many lives here. But this is kind of like a makeshift dupe at deployment for the Baron. So it's like, you know, I start with 4 Ember, I can already play 2 of them, no problem. I probably want to take an Ember upgrade if I'm going to make this Prismal Dust be a thing. Could also just do this though. There's also a plethora of Empyrean Wells. Anyway, so it's like, do I really need this? I can actually just get a lot of free dupes on top of my paid dupes. And if I'm going to dupe the card, having it with Reanimate's pretty nice. I mean, just gives it 3 extra hits in Relentless. It gives it leeway to survive early and not eat up my reform pool. But the most immediately powerful thing is to take this. So that's the trade-off. It's definitely not this. We can take this. Like, I'm not dying to Pyro Hunter, right? In a way, it also makes it so if I have to reform the Baron, it sticks around more on first reform, which could help with the Relentless. I think we take this. Can pseudo remove one of these because I can't reroll here, and we obviously don't want the Shade Splitters. I don't think I dupe quite yet. I am very tempted to do this though, to dupe this Prismal Dust right now. I really wish we would have had, I don't know, so when is the next Merchant of Magic? It's not for a long time. All the way to here, and I have to give up a Hellvent to do it. Though honestly, if it's just a Merchant of Arms and money, like Alcove and Health is probably not too bad to skip this Hellvent on. Then I got one there, that one's really easy to hit. You got Health and Vortex. So it's a while since I hit the other magics. So I should probably just dupe it now. I'm thinking it'll never get much better. Probably won't dupe it twice. I mean, this steel's not very good for me either, though, because I obviously don't have any steel upgrades, so, like, maybe I should hold some gold and go left. But then again, just getting a free dupe on the Prismal Dust might be better than anything I can do over here. I don't know. Actually, let me check here. 010. Fuck you. Literally opposite of every dupe if I want to follow that. So 010. Although honestly we were planning to hit this one anyway, so at least that one's fine. And we had kind of debated maybe the first one's not that good to hit, since the Merchant of Steel is a complete dud, most likely. So, and at least this Merchant of Steel has an alcove and a vortex attached to it. So, and this Remnant Banner is probably a dud. So it's like, is it really that bad to go 0-1-0 here and give up all of these dupes? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, is it, at the same time, is it even that important for me to get the follow-up event? I mean, in a way, like we said, I get the Fecundicity or whatever, and that is kind of like a dupe on the Baron, and that might be actually pretty good. It is somewhat bad, though, because it deletes the deck. Like, that unit that gets created from it, it does reshuffle through the deck from what I recall. I don't even remember what I'm sussing out at this point. I guess to dupe again. Because it's like, if I go to this trinkets, I need to hold some gold. If I go here, I can just use my gold now. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing the follow-up event. I honestly think, even though this Prismal Dust isn't great, I think just duping it several times is pretty good. We can just dupe it now then. Again, I should say. For this fight, maybe I'll go bottom with Baron and Fade. Nah. I can't remember what the waves are for this fight. Still haven't really memorized every wave. I actually did do that in Monster Train 1. I knew every wave of every fight. But yeah, I couldn't tell you what comes here in Savagery. I want to say it's the self-flagellating guys with like backliner. I think we do it like this. I guess I played that. Alright, so we're not getting a kill here, but I could put him up there. It does waste a harvest, but you know, what are you gonna do? So, on the one hand, I could get this kill. On the other hand, I get this kill anyway and just scale the Baron, which I need to do. I just have to give up one. I probably should have just set up mid, but whatever. I don't want to play this because I don't want to fuck up my reform pool. I might as well play this just... I mean, there's... No, there's... I don't know. There's no real point. I just won't do it then. Waste of a click. He's for sure dying next turn. That's about as dog shit as dog shit can be. Fuck you game, I guess. I mean, to some degree, maybe I should have permafrosted this. I don't know. I'll give... Man, how are you taking 28 fucking damage? No, it is what it is. I'm going to put this here. Try to redraw the others for a later Icarus, I guess. That guy dies to the flagellation, but that guy would leak through. I could just do this. I only get one kill, but I put 19 damage on the other guy, plus then I get the 8, and I don't fuck up my reform pool. I actually think this is better. Assuming I redraw Print and Mold next turn. Could also just blow this now. That would have been a good reason to have taken extra, whatever you call it, but... Yeah, I can just blow this now. This is fine. I mean, I end up getting 2 kills here. I'm a little worried about this situation down here. Okay, we get a good draw here, though, so that's pretty good. Now, how greedy can I be here? Because if I do this... Yeah, we don't have many primitive... We have 1 primitive mold in our 11-card draw pile, so I don't think I can be greedy there. Probably should put this here, honestly. I'm not going to... Well, I guess I am going to get the kill if I do this. Huh? Yeah. Or I was thinking maybe get the kill with Icarus. But I guess no kill with Icarus, but whatever. We got through the fight, 1 damage taken. That's alright. These are pretty bad. It's like, you have to think, like, this deck is so reliant on making sure that I hit primitive molds and prismal dusts, and even purifying cleanse to some degree on the correct turns. I will say, though, the original plan of hitting the dupes for the prismal dust is not looking too great to me anymore after seeing that turn where it's like, I don't know, if I dupe them too many times, like, I skew the deck away from consistently being able to reform, you know what I mean? So I don't think I actually want to dupe anything now, especially if these are going to brick. I actually think we'll go back to the game plan of Fecundicity, or try to get the follow-up event to get Fecundicity. Actually seems to make sense to me. But these are skips, they're horrible. And these are skips, they're horrible. I mean, I can definitely see the cursedness of this seed so far. The Baron's the only good thing we've found. And I guess the Prismal Dust to some degree. I kind of want to take draw, but I'm pretty sure Ember is the call. I mean, Ember, it wouldn't be good if I get holdover on Perils, but we don't even know if we're getting that until quite a lot later. Like, right before KO. So, and then right after KO if we don't hit it there. I don't know, maybe draw's okay though. Double Mars Train 1 clan. The problem is I won't be hitting any Merchant and Magics for a bit, so like I'm gonna be Ember starved. Not in deployment. Like eventually I will be, I guess for like, I feel like it's draw. I want to take Ember, but I'm pretty sure it's draw. We'll go left here. I mean, I like everything over here much better. Where we're going to follow the game plan. Alright, none of these are really takeable other than the versatile Ember Staff, which is usable. Richard Garfield. You know, I'm not usually a guy to do the Jack-in-the-Box removal game plan, but it makes sense here because like I said, I do need to remove all of these stewards. They're at a certain point, they're just such liabilities to my reform pool. And Mystery Box, as good as that is, if we're really thinking the game plan is like Little Fade plus Baron, I need to keep the deck thin and draw my key cards often, and this can fuck that up. Gift Box would be better, I think, if I had a magic closer by, because I really would want... I'll tell you what, though, it's not horrible. I mean, I can put all... I don't know, it's weird. Like, I could put, like, 1 Prismal Dust in it with a Primitive Mold and a Purifying Cleanse. And then just start duping that. then I'm basically duping the 3 things that I would want all together. Is that weird? I already spent a lot of money on dupes, but... And then I'm like not taking dupes, but... It seems okay to me. Like that might be better than the Jack-in-the-Box. Is it? Because I can already remove here. And then there. That's all of the train stewards, but do I want them gone before then? That's the question. I'm going to go with the more fun option, small gift box. I don't know if this is the better option, but it is the more fun option, so we're going to do it. And then this. And I don't know, I was going to take the versatile Ember Staff. Should I still do that? Because I could just dupe a card right now, which would be the gift box. I kind of feel like the gift box, I just dupe it, like, that's fine. And then, yeah, we want Icarus full. Never flex fade with anything. Since we know we for sure don't need money coming up, we should probably make a removal as well. Get rid of a shield steward. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't know if I like that. You know, it's not the end of the world. Icarus, if I can just get some damage shield, we'll take care of the backliners. This fight really depends on my draw order. It's like, it'll be very easy if I draw well. It will be a nightmare if I don't. But can I even draw that poorly? I mean, I've got these 2 small gift boss. I still got the 3 Prismal Dusts. I still got these all separated out. Like, seems like it should be fine to me, right? I think we can... Man, I don't know. I still... Yeah, I can't do that. Man, it sucks. Such a horrible feeling to give that up. But yeah, we gotta do this. I need to just do the same thing. Like, I don't know if I'm playing too scared by going bottom here, but we'll see. Alright, we got that, so that's really good. Just go full send on that, right? But yeah, I'm definitely glad I took the not trial, because this guy would just pound my pyre and it's probably not worth it. That guy would as well. We definitely made the right call. Man, can you guys kill something? Fuck. How much pyre health am I willing to sacrifice here is the question, I guess. Because if I drip fall this down, yeah, it's fine. I feel like my Icarus is just like not gaining that. I feel like I've been getting a lot of kills with Icarus, but I still feel like I'm super low. How am I doing so little damage? Very confused. This guy's doing 88. What the fuck's going on here? You should be doing like double 39. Like, I know that this guy was up further before I'd scaled that much, but is it really so different? Like why was this guy at 26 and this guy's at 112? What am I missing here? Oh, there was another tank in front of him. That's right. Well, I guess we're just taking damage, boys. I probably would have died had I taken the Heaven Seal. I wouldn't have really expected to die, but fuck. Alright, I am gonna risk this here. I don't want to take 6 more. It's fucking ridiculous. Alright, I'll just let it be. Hopefully Icarus gets this kill. Nope. Fucker. I should have actually put Purifying Cleanse. Well, it wouldn't have worked because he has 3 reanimate. 20 damage taken. We could take the Crushing Demise. That's pretty good to finish off some stuff. Otherwise, it's a skip. It does suck that it has a Calcified Ember. Fuck. I need to get a drink. 1 second. Be right back. Alright. So, yeah. Probably just take the Crushing Demise. You can never underestimate your need for it. Skip. I go right here, right? So left, right, left was the thing. Yeah. Another multi. I also need to maybe get rid of... I don't think I need to get rid of the Crucible Warden necessarily. Especially if I just... You know, multi-strike doesn't make sense. So we would actually just put the damage 3, I think. Any upgrade here would almost certainly go on Baron, so I don't need to do that beforehand. I suppose I wouldn't mind the Pyroborn Brain Spike. The other cards are not too good. The Waxen Spike is not really working for me because I don't want Burnout on my Barons. So, and this card is just horrible and literally never worth taking. This is Greedy, which I might need. You know, I had to skip that trial. And I do want to dupe these things, but I've already duped like 3 times with money, 3 or 4 times with money, so I think we take this. It does hurt our consistency a little bit with the deck, but after that last one, I feel like pretty confident, especially after this, in our deck consistency. So we'll do that. I could dupe one more time. I think I might hold off on that for now. I'd like to maybe hopefully get an upgrade, either intrinsic or consumer move on gift box. If I can. Let's get rid of these. I still am okay with starting with the Shield Steward, I suppose. It's really not needed at the same time, so I don't know. Maybe I should hold all of my gold for this, I think. Reanimate might be fine. That could get us extra slays in some cases. Why is this one worth 150 and the other one was worth 200? I just realized that. Is that always like that? I'll have to pay attention to that more. Definitely need an Ember upgrade with the final upgrade, unless I can get Holdover Perils. Oh, welcome to Decisionville. I could take the non-double stacked Prismal Dust. I'm almost certain to get a Prismal Dust next draw anyway, so I'm leaning toward Brain Spike. Yeah, I think I definitely like the Brain Spike here. definitely want to move. I mean, there's probably no world where I can kill this guy, but I can at least hit him with one reanimate here. I wish I had a guy dying because I could. Ember Drain 2. I think it's probably worth it for me to do this just to get more damage shield there. And I can actually hold that till later. It's funny, like, so far these small, I will say so far the small gift box wasn't actually good because I'm drawing them before I reform, and in that case it's not necessarily helping me. I think I want to get rid of this, but I also want a big Prismal Dust, maybe even more than I want to do that, so that I can keep scaling this. She's not actually scaling that much, though. Neither is the Baron. Fuck, I don't know. Here, let's see what this does. The worst one possible, of course. Not good. This guy's gonna hit us for pretty much full. Now, I gotta say, Icarus, not doing so hot. I mean, we're probably beating the boss, so I should actually just do this. Yeah, we're beating the boss. Anything else I can do? No. Can I move this guy somehow? Doesn't look like there's anything I can do. Well, couldn't get a sleigh with the Icarus again, but at least I have the Avarice, so I'm getting like a ton of gold at least. Definitely not a deck for Hallowed Halls or any of this shit, really. Man, I don't know, this is definitely a cursed seed. Like, there are some good things, but it kind of sucks too. Like, I'm just bleeding every fight, even though I feel like I should be stronger. Gem Trove sucks. All of these suck. Every card sucks here. And then left to complete the thing. Spell Chain. Do I YOLO it there? I will say Perils, even without holdover, has been useful. Just to and you know, I could Spell Chain it. I could Permafrost it even, like. Honestly, would I even care to hold this over? Like, maybe not. In a lot of cases, I can put it on a morsel anyway. Let's take a look here first. That is interesting. Huh. Is it better for me to triple stack a Prismal Dust? I have one that I can triple stack. Or do I just -4 one of the current Prismal Dusts? Or do I even take this thing? Do I just skip it? Because honestly, I don't know how to some degree how much the Prismal Dusts matter. I'm actually thinking, and now that I'm like thinking of how that fight went and how little damage I actually have. Did I even scale any fucking spikes that fight? I feel like I didn't. I feel like I've been at 70 for a long time. But I'm thinking actually I just spell chain the Crushing Demise, and that's looking a lot better to me. Like, I can do what I can do in the bottom, but then I need to finish things off. Yeah, and none of the... Yeah, fuck that. I'm not going to deal with adding more crap to the deck for minimal gain. So, spell chain this. I could permafrost it, but I'm pretty sure we're better off just zero costing it. I will also zero cost another one of them. I don't have anything. A no spellbound. Okay, intrinsic we want to do on probably this. I was going to put it on these, but I actually don't like these anymore. I like this better. This actually gives me an actual cost reduction on it. And then we'll just do a normal -1 with this because we want it later. And I can dupe it. I will dupe it now. I mean, I'm into the Vampiric Kale fight. It is something I need. I'm scared. I almost thought I purged it. Fuck. Alright. I was thinking, like, didn't I get the... I guess I get the follow-up event after this. It's been so long since I've even seen it that I kind of forgot. I may not need to remove this. I mean, this guy's, like, not really dying, so... Yeah, that's fine. In hindsight, I probably should have, with the small gift box, I could have put, like, Perils into it. And a Shade Splitter, and then the thing might have been decent. 9. I'm only taking a few here. Let's just do this for the maximum amount of gold. This thing will be annoying, but I have to imagine... We did drop both the Crushing Demise there. It just kind of sucks. Not much I can do there, though. This is going to be a problem. Fuck. I should put that there. Was trying to get like a rubber morsel or an attack morsel or something. Okay, good. We got... Actually, we'll just do this. I don't give a fuck about that guy. Make sure that that doesn't get eaten. I'm going to get rid of this once and for all, then do that. Might as well just do this for the minimal amount here, I guess. thinking I'd take an Ember upgrade. Alright, they are dying. I want to try to get a Slay here if I can. Doesn't look like I'll get one at least, but that's okay. Skip. Ember. Alright, got my follow-up. I guess I also put the extra Ember on this guy as well because he has Reanimate. If I really need to do that, you know, I could do it on the card. Does one of them end up cardless? I don't think they call it cardless because I actually had to play the card. But yeah, it's a hell of a unit now. So also with the Ember upgrade, I can comfortably play it at the start. So I'm free to go wherever I want now, but I'm pretty sure we just want to go to the Vortex and get some health. And obviously try to do something here. Alright, consume remove. Could do it here. I'm less inclined to do that because it's filling my deck with junk that I don't actually want. I just don't know. Maybe that isn't junk in the final fights though, when I got all of this corruption, all these enemies coming in. You know, so in that case it's not so bad. I think we want to do it here though, I'm pretty sure. Just so I have one of these Prismal Dusts coming back. And then Spell Chain probably goes here. Is that worth the money? I guess. So, Shield Steward. Do I keep this? I feel like I can keep it. Nah. I know I got the Ember to play it, but nah. It's. I think in these final fights it's going to be annoying having it in the Reform pool. I could see reasons actually to flex the Eternal Flame there, but I'm stubborn and I'm not going to. I want as many spikes as possible. It's really just... I don't know. We're not getting many spikes. We had that really good ring too, but it's not really... I got that last fight, I guess I got a decent amount, but... Yeah, I don't know. Let's fight. We should counter this fight pretty well. I want two of these on the same floor. Might be also fine just to put one here. I'm going to actually just put this up here to, in case the collector comes up there. And then we'll go 100% of this into that. I also have to remember I can Fess into City if I need to. Unfortunately, that's wasted here. Bad draw. Is what it is, I guess. This fucking guy. Made the right call there. 20. Oh, fuck you. Just put you down there. I think I need money more than I need damage. I don't know. I may need... Yeah, I got damage shield coming up. I need the money more. you what, we can just do this. I'll take it. Probably should have done the ability again. Three ember. Ay, ay, ay. How are we still so bad? These guys can maybe... Can I get an attacking... Problem is, like, even if I, you know, put perils on this... Try to win on the next round, I guess. Brutal fucking fight. I thought we would have had no problem on this fight, but I thought wrong. Alright, they're dying, but I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get my value here. Yeah, suck on that. These are pretty bad. And at this point, we just, Crushing Demise needs to get hit more and whatnot. Okay, I have full health, so this is dead, this is dead, so it's just free health in it, which is pretty good. Or removals, which I don't necessarily need at this point. Even the Crucible Warden was not so bad to have. And, I don't know, is there any merchant arms I would care about? Maybe some rooms, boiler rooms, stuff like that would be pretty good. Yeah, we'll go, I think we'll still just go left, actually. Okay, we got the whetstone if I need it. Flicker's Liquor is probably not that good, but it's usable. Hell yeah. Don't know that I would make it deployable. Definitely don't want a shit cannon. Don't really want a overgrowth carapace. Well, we're definitely not buying the equipment thing. Tell you what, though, I will take that and make it... Nah, there's no point in making it deployable because I don't have the ember to play it, so... Take that. And all of that's dog shit. Cleansing water does, like, pretty much nothing at this point in the game. We obviously don't need that anymore. Don't need a shade splitter. Let's see how many dupes I can get of crushing demise. Yeah, I mean my little Icarus doesn't do anything. I mean, it's like 177. That's not really killing anything. It could round down to 50 damage or so, and it's doing the same thing. It's not killing tanks, it's tickling them. So damage shield is less important, and crushing demise is more important. Trader's Quill. I guess I'll take the cleansing water. I don't know. Because I don't have any removals or anything to make. Alright, we're getting through it here, but it's annoying. For this, I should have actually made it deployable though, because for this fight, I don't know, it's fine. We'll go, I think I'll still go mid here though. He will attack me mid, but I got reanimate. I could do it on the back too, just go really hard here. That's fine. I just realized this thing actually, with the Flicker's Liquor, could pop the absolute hell off. I kind of messed that turn up. But that's okay. We'll do it on another turn, maybe. Didn't even think of that interaction. So far, the Icarus is definitely doing work, but once these gladiators hit, then that's where it changes. Alright, if you're dying, then let's make this worth it. Or do I start making a million of these guys? I think I just do this. I'm actually killing here. That's wild. Put that down first. Yeah, I could really, like... I could go pretty hard here. This thing's never going to die, so it's not so bad to do this. Just start making a million of these things. Oh, I thought I had one in the pool still. I guess not. I could 50-50 that. Nah, it's fine. Let's just go full onto that. I think Icarus is definitely getting her spikes today. So you're dying. .91 damage shield. Not too shabby. I'm out of space. Yeah, that 482 corruption doesn't mean much to me with my damage shield here. Let's see what it gets up to. 994, 19, got up to 2,000 corruption. Alright, I would imagine that this final fight is not too much of an issue, so it's somewhat how I expected the run kind of to go, with it being a little fade and a Life Mother's run where by the end it gets broken. I will say this though, it took way longer for me to get going than I thought it would. I actually, past Arcane, I thought it would be easy. It really wasn't. So, yeah, I would definitely still say it was pretty cursed, but this Baron helped things quite a lot. We would have had a much tougher time without it. I should have Fecundicity'd one of those guys in the back there. Forgot to do that. So there's really no point in not doing that. We'll do it here though. I'll make sure I get that. I could actually... yeah, there's no point in doing that. So, yeah. Let's go... actually, yeah. This kind of makes sense. So, we'll do this. I'll bring it in. Now I can do this. And that. And that. And that. There we go. 37 damage shield. Yeah, this will definitely be the easiest fight of the group here. Unfortunately, this kind of goes to waste, but whatever. We want this guy to come fight us, so whatever. Get our boiler room into the mix. I guess I play this first. I could still play this. I think I actually want to do that. Mainly just waiting on the top there anyway. I don't want that thing in. Don't really want that thing in either, but... don't really need to take that damage. 28. Yeah, so why don't we just... just do that, actually. It's interesting how that works. It's like it was a forecast, but it keys off of its reduction down to that other number. Damage shield. That should be game. Alright. Nice to get a little Icarus run in. They're far and few between, but definitely was the perfect setup for it with the Prismal Dust and either of the Crucibles, I would say. In this particular combo, that definitely is a Icarusable start, even with us running into the Dominion's domain. Dominion's, whatever you call it. I can't talk anymore. I'm losing it. But yeah, so I guess we can't really look at what the submitter did, but I mean, if you review that, there were times early on, it's like 25 damage early on, I could see them just dying in the first ring, maybe. Here, maybe, that ring, it was like, we skipped Heaven's Seal, so they might have just taken Heaven's Seal, and we probably die there if I don't take Heaven's Seal. I mean, I was taking 20 damage from pretty damaged tanks. If they were full-on tanks, I mean, I'm taking at least triple that damage, triple to quadruple that damage. So it could just be as simple as that they took this trial and other things. And I don't know. Who knows what they did? Did they go Icarus? I wouldn't say there was, even with the very good setup with Icarus, I wouldn't say it's wrong to like go endless. But I'm trying to think. There really wasn't anything good for endless on this run. Obviously it just kind of does what it does on its own, and it's a single striking 1 pip high damage unit that has quick, but without some sort of supplement to it. There was no Furnace Tap, there was no Umbra Stone. Best you could find would maybe be a Void Armament, which is already risky in the deck, in a combo and deck like this, right? Void Armaments is very risky. So I could actually see Endless being more cursed than Icarus in this seed, which is very rare, but I could definitely see that being the case. You would have a much better Ring 1. You probably don't like anything Ring 1, but I could see, since there really was... I don't know, though, because, like, with this Baron, you saw the Baron early on, and I believe it had a multi-strike relatively early, if I recall correctly. So that means I don't know, it just gives you pretty good direction in either case. So even if I'm not Icarus, like, I can do things with this, and then the run could go any number of ways after that, depending on what you find. We found a Flicker's Liquor that allowed it to do some pretty good shenanigans there, but yeah, I'm trying to think. There was a lot of bricks on the run, though. If you think about it, you are looking for. We found good stuff for us, but I gotta imagine if they went endless, it was tough. Because I'm trying to think. There are good cards within those clans, but like there was no Shroud Spike, so, and there wasn't really many morsel cards either. And there was I guess an Alloyed Construct, so that is a route you could go. I don't. I don't believe we ever saw holdover for the perils. There wasn't any other Ember Drain cards anyway, so you'd only be using it for the Ember gain and the scaling, which wouldn't have necessarily been that amazing. And yeah, Umbra didn't provide much else on the run. You know, you didn't see Furnace Tap, you didn't see Void Binding. I don't even think we saw a Grovel. We did see one Shroud Mitosis, but that's not very good when the only Umbra units we saw were... We didn't even see like Morsel Maker or anything. We only saw like an Alloyed Construct and just a bunch of iterations of the Crucibles. I don't think I remember seeing any other Umbra unit. So that actually becomes... Like Umbra was rough, other than... Basically, Prismal Dust is the only thing Umbra gave us that run, and Prismal Dust would be significantly worse had you not gone Little Icarus. And then on the Melting Remnant side, there were some things, and I guess we did skip one melting card, I think. One melting banner. And maybe it was a Purifying Enforcer. If that's the case, there was definitely Wax and Spike and Purifying Cleanse and Hallowed Drippings, so there is that. There was Space Prism, I guess, if you took it. The Crushing Demise obviously is amazing no matter what. So at some degree, I think if you make it to the Crushing Demise, you should be able to win no matter what you did, because then you just go to town duping that thing. Even, you know, no matter how... you may have to be more aggressive with it, and depending on your prior health, but... And then I guess there was also... What is it? The Hallowed Halls, which for our deck sucked, but I think for the other deck that I'm kind of thinking of in my mind, which is like still the same version of Wickless Baron, but having Endless Fade, I think the Hallowed Halls makes sense in that case, because... Does it? It doesn't even make sense in that case. Yeah, so Hallowed Halls is actually a brick no matter what in either case. I honestly don't find Hallowed Halls consistently that good in Monster Train 2. There are some runs where it's pretty nice, but here's the thing that Hallowed Halls could get you. I mean, it could get you, if you do have the Reanimate plus... Actually, no. You would actually want it so that it doesn't have the Reanimate. So if you had only... you'd have to end up in a really weird situation where like you didn't take the Reanimate and you only took the Sacrifice thing, and that in that case you can play this thing and re-trigger your abilities, but there's nothing to even pour your X costs into in this deck other than Prismal Dust, which again is not that good in the other arc if you went the other route. That's about all I can think of, though. I guess there was a lot of Mortal Entrapments offered that could be good with the non-Icarus builds, I guess, but I don't know. I would definitely say it was cursed, but the main power of the deck was just Crushing Demise. I guess our end screen is gone, but Crushing Demise and Prismal Dust. It's basically the only powerful spells. Anyway, though, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.